Hey YouTube, Merry Christmas to everybody. I know it's 2 days after, but oh well. Um, I am making this video because today's about the warmest day it's supposed to be, and for the next like week or two. And I want to show you some of my Christmas presents, some of my tools that I got. Gotta get this mammoth out first. Works good. Fire this thing up. I noticed you to let that stuff warm up, the transmission and stuff warm up before you move them, but from here to there is not going to hurt it at all, that I know of. So, first new tool that I got for Christmas was a new compressor. As I was mentioning in a couple videos, it was back in a box back there. I got it for Christmas, obviously. It's a nice one. 20 gallon, 5 SCFM at 40, 4 at 90, 150 psi, and 1.5 horsepower. It's nice. It takes about 5 or 6 minutes to get up to full psi, but it's a 20 gallon tank, so better than that little wimpy 3 gallon that I had. And I think it's better SCFM. 1.5 horsepower, 155 psi, 3.4 at 40, and 2.5 at 90. That one's 4 at 90, so it's almost doubling. And that'll run the nailer and the wrench more better. And then I got a Husky 3/8 inch air drill. And okay guys, sorry about that. My dad pulled in and I had to help him unload groceries. So yeah, on with the Christmas stuff. I got a 3/8 Husky air drill. Single, well, it's the variable throttle on the trigger, 3/8 inch. It's got the keyed chuck thingy, but that's fine. Air nipple-y thingy. Forward, reverse, forward, focus. 90 max, 3/8 reversible drill. Hang that up on here. And then those drill bits I had bought a while ago, those DeWalt ones. I had to buy 3 of them. Bought one for this project back here for my bolts because I didn't have big enough ones. I needed a 3/8 for the ginormous bolts. Okay, I'm back again. He just came out to get his soda out of the car. Yeah, I had to buy those drill bits for projects that I had to do. One of them for that project and another one for another project. And I bought a third one because I couldn't remember what size I needed for the one project I was doing. I needed to drill holes to run string through it. So I had to buy 2 bits. And then I got a Cobalt straight die grinder. That's pretty nice. I don't think it says max PSI on here anywhere. You're not even looking at the label. 1/4 inch rotary tool. I'm guessing that means that's 1/4 inch. It's nice. I don't have any of the friggin' die grinding things, the stone things that you put in them to use it with. But I figured, oh, it's gonna be fine. I can put the pieces from the Dremel in it, that half a kit, that half a kit, and those 2 full kits up there. Figured, oh yeah, I'll be able to use them. But the little chuck is too small, or I mean too big on the Cobalt for the shank of those tools, or those bits. So I'm gonna have to find something else. Probably have to buy another Dremel. I don't really use it that much, so I got that whole kit there, router bits, all sorts of stuff. And the reason I cannot use that stuff is because my Dremel, I had an old Dremel 200, I think it was. I was cutting styrofoam with it, and then it died out in the middle of nowhere. And then this one, it had one of those little push button things that you lock the shaft so you can unscrew it to interchange with those attachments, to change them attachments. And those, it had 4 little holes that the button clicked into. Well, all 4 of those holes got worn out somehow. So now I've rendered that useless. Unless I really feel like taking the whole dang thing, taking the whole housing apart, holding on to it with pliers and turning it, and then putting in 1 bit and then doing that every time I want to change. But it's kind of useless to do that. So I might just have to buy a new one. I really don't want to get a Dremel again. Well, they're nice tools, but they don't seem to last as long as they need to. I don't really know what brand I'm gonna get, but I don't have any money right now, because it's winter time and I don't mow, and we haven't had enough snow to snowblow yet, except for one time. And this thing I want to get a plow for next year, because all the snow we have had, it's 1 inch, 2 inches. This thing just blasts right through it, but it takes 20 minutes on a big driveway like this. Up, down, up, down, up, down, and done. And then in and out there. But the white car is usually in there. And then so I really want to plow for this, so that, oh yeah, it's 1.5 inches or 2 of snow, instead of making my dad get out and shovel, because I refuse to do that. So I can just drop the plow and up, down 4 times, and then in, out there, and then around the block, do all the neighbors, do a couple of the neighbors' driveways, a couple of my friends' driveways. Make a little bit of money that way, but I gotta make sure I'm gonna make more than what I pay for it. And they're expensive. They're $330 at Lowe's, but hopefully I can get one for at least $300. I think Messick's has some pretty good stuff. I usually buy from Messick's Farm Equipment here in Carlisle, because they seem to have good parts, good customer service. And I've been in there so many times, they know me real well, so they give me good deals on stuff. And yeah, so I might get a plow next year. I don't really know, but it'd probably be handy for doing tan bark too. Just get and I wanted to get another trailer like that too, because that's nice. And this one would be hard to use for tan bark, with the top on it and stuff. So if I get a plow, I can slap the plow on the front, put the trailer on the back, put tan bark in the trailer, back it up, dump it, turn around, push the tan bark around and move it and whatever. So yeah, well, that's really not a Christmas gift that I got. So that's all those air tools. And let's see, I've had that. Those are my old bits. Then I got a 50-foot rubber air hose too. I had to buy the fittings for it because it didn't come with them. 50-foot rubber air hose so I can use it in the winter and it won't freeze up, because that's what I really don't like about this stupid PVC hose. It's like a garden hose, see, you can't even move it. And like, it's like that, you get it off that thing and it'll stay like that. Like in the summer it's fine, you get it out in the sun and it'll warm up, but winter, no, you're not doing anything with it. I either have to use that little squirrely hose or do nothing at all. So now I got this bigger air compressor. I figured, oh yeah, this will be fine to use with a bigger air hose. With a, I think it's a 3/8 air hose. Alright, sorry about that. My dad came out. Had to throw something away. But yeah, the rubber air hose, 3/8 inch. That's a 3/8 inch. 300 psi max. That's the same thing. Grip right rubber air hose, 3/8, 300 max. Yada yada yada. And yeah, so I figured this max is out at 150, so I want to see if I can get it up to 160 maybe. I think it's some sensor thing you have to do. You have to take that whole cover off, but I don't really want to screw with it too much during the winter. But I got that hose, and I was hoping to get it out today and warm it up maybe, just in the sun, but the temperature is cold, way too cold. And those are my old drill bits. I got a new drill bit set. Well, that was a set I had bought a while back. The DeWalt Impact set. And this one I got for Christmas has those bits, the long bits, those, yada yada. And then another set of Impact stuff. I already have one, so it doesn't really matter. More if I need them, I guess. And titanium. I think they're titanium. They're Pilot Point drill bits. They look like they're titanium coated or whatever, but they look nice. 3/8 inches max. 1/16 is the smallest. Start closing some of this stuff up because I don't have enough room. All these little boxes. And this one's just a regular Phillips flat Torx. And that on those square looking bits. And I like those little cases that DeWalt makes too. These are nice. They stack nice and easy. And they're durable too. I'm not saying that those weren't good, but I just needed a new set of drill bits because 2 years ago I got a set, burned through them in quarter of the summer. These ones I've still got all the bits except for one that I'm missing there. But they're all pretty dull. And I've got all the masonry bits still. And that's probably the only reason I'm keeping this set. And because all these screwdriver bits I didn't use. So I just set that up there. A box of screws. And yeah, it's pretty cold. So I think that's just about everything I've got for Christmas so far. Well, I'm done with Christmas. I had my house, my dad's parents, uh, and my mom's parents. So that's 2 sets of grandparents. Then my aunt and uncle were up for Christmas with us from Kentucky, which was nice. Got to see them again. See them about twice a year. I think that's really about it. Air compressor. That's nice. Takes a few minutes to build up pressure, but once it's done building up pressure, you're fine. Like I can run the drill like 10 holes. Just screwing around here, I did that. Drill like 10 or 12 holes at that 90 psi it's supposed to be at. I usually put it up to about 100 to give it a little more oomph. But I can drill about 10 or 12 holes, or probably about 20 before this kicks on. It kicks on about 125. That's about what that one did, which is fine. Doesn't really matter to me when it kicks on. Die grinder works real nice, real fast. It's variable speed, but it's got a 1, 2, 3, 4, or yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 dial on the bottom there. Right up there. So that's nice. I think that's all I got. The tractor battery died the other morning, or the other day. 2 days ago, actually. Yeah, I guess it was Wednesday. I had to put stuff in the garage. And, tried starting it, or I got on it, put the key in, half throttle, cranked it over. Sat there for about 5 minutes, cranked over, crank, whamp. Kept cranking it over, and then I looked down and realized the choke wasn't pulled out. And it will not start without the choke when it's really cold. That was about 20 degrees. It was 20 degrees the one morning or afternoon I tried to start it. Christmas Day, I think it was, to get that compressor in here. And I cranked it over too many times, and then I pulled the choke out, and it turned over once, twice, backfired real loud, turned over like 2 more times, and backfired real small, and then it just stopped. It was like, meow, wow, wow, and it just stopped. So I had to push it into the garage, and I had to put the battery charger on it on the trickle charge 2 amp. When I got home, it was fine. So that's about all the troubles I've had with the mechanic stuff lately. This thing I had to re-weld one of these skid shoes. This side, actually. It had, or it's angled forward for some odd reason. I don't know why. It's angled this way. So it's supposed to be flat. It's angled this way. And it wore down. It almost wore through. And the lighting's real bad. My welding's even worse. I just welded a big gob under there. Water works good. I am having one problem with it. If I can get this darn thing open. This thing here, where the wire feed is, I have this max tightened, and I have this really loose. So you think, oh, it'll drive fine, right? Well, no. This piece in here, the left roller, which is the drive roller, this one's just the push up against it to put pressure on this one. The drive roller isn't making contact real good with that. and I don't really know why. And the pieces inside are fine. I can't really see anything wrong with it. Yeah. That's fine. That looks fine. And I've got wire in there, and that's why it's hard to get this thing off. But it's set on the 35. And that's the wire I'm running in it. So it shouldn't have any problem running that size wire. And it goes in there just fine. Clamp that down. Clamp that down as hard as you can so that you'll get maximum pressure on that. Because I'll be welding, and then all of a sudden the wire will just stop. And I'll just sit there and grind away. And it really gets annoying after a while. So I'll be sitting there trying to weld something, like going along the bead, and then it'll just stop. And then you gotta get up and come up here and push the thing in to clamp on it. And it really is a nuisance. But other than that minor flaw, it's been fine. I'm gonna have to look into that though. But I'm running 35 welder wire, flux core wire. It's not a MIG. It's not a gas welder. I wish I would have got one though. They're really nice. They weld a lot cleaner. But that's everything I've got, or I've gotten. Let me know your thoughts on the welder, because it's a nice welder and all. If it just drove the wire, then I'd want to weld more. And I gotta get grinding stones for that cobalt. They're only $5 for like a pack of 6 or 5 or something. So I think that's about it. Let's try and start this thing. Half choke should fire. Like a arm. But yeah, nice compressor. Got the wheels on it so you can move it around. It is really heavy. 130 pounds. So yeah. So if you like my video, comment, subscribe, rate, whatever else is on YouTube nowadays. Comment your thoughts about the welder. I don't know if you can hear me. Compressor's nice. Even though I'm just gonna start that back up. Let me know your thoughts on the welder. What I should do about that little drive problem for the wire. It gets really annoying. So yeah, if you like my video, comment, subscribe, rate, whatever. Yeah, I know it's been a while since I posted a video. It's just been so cold, and I've had to catch up on a lot of schoolwork. Yeah, so I hope to make a couple more videos here soon. Maybe I'll try and make one if we get a big snow. If we get about a half a foot or a foot of snow. trying to set up my parents' video camera on their tripod and maybe make a video of me snow blowing. I don't know. But it eats through snow. And but yeah, let me know your thoughts on the welder. I know I've said that 3 times, but I just keep rambling because my brain's frozen and doesn't know what to do. So yeah, thanks for watching. Talk to you in the next video.